Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Kind of go over a few things, what I've been able to get accomplished. Still was able to get pretty much most of the cars, I got pretty much most of the car basically sanded down. When you're doing wraps, I probably highly recommend, put it on a clear coat if you can. However, I did have a lot of little spots on the car that just needed sanded down and, throwing a little bit of primer on it, a little spot primer in some areas to keep it at least from pulling whenever I'm trying to wrap the car. If you can, put it over a clear coat. Just from what I'm, getting to you is that it's a little bit easier to work with the wrap, because you're fighting the panels, you're fighting everything else. But got a couple panels done over here. I got a few little spots I got to iron out, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty much looking pretty good. Obviously I got to wipe it down to make it look better, but I mean, not too bad. It's pretty clean for the most part. If I wipe it down pretty and wipe all my fingerprints and all that down on it, don't look too bad. Now, is it perfect? No. I mean, there's nothing ever perfect in a given world. I'm not in a clean garage. Garages are just not made to be clean, especially if you're working in them. But, not too bad for just some wrap. But yeah, I'm really happy with this color. I think it's going to look super nice. Got to continue working on other panels. But now I've got a really good idea on what my color is going to look like. And I'm really excited about it. As you can tell, it's a nice dark maroon color, and I like it a lot. So, but yeah, this is the fun part about, when you're messing with your cars and stuff like that. You just got to put the time into them. Letting them sit and stuff like that. You're making everything worse. But I'm gonna at least, while I have this thing parked, I'm gonna work on it. I'll do some cold start videos too. But overall, I just try to at least get it out, maybe at least a couple days a week, run it down to the store or whatever. But granted, is this wrap perfect? No, it's not. There's, like I say, it's a wrap job, it's not, there's nothing perfect about it. I probably spent 30 or 40 hours just sanding the car down, just smoothing out some spots on it. But I do recommend to put a clear coat over what you're working with if you're going to do a wrap job. I mean, unless you're just going to wrap what you have on top of it. But yeah, not too bad. Really happy with it so far. Now I just got to finish the rest of the car and get it done. And then, yeah, it's pretty much borderline it. It's just finish up the car, do the rest of all the panels, and get it done. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I think the goal of this channel is to, build some followers, for one, and then maybe get some car shows together. We'll see. We'll see how the channel does. We'll see if we can maybe get this car to places, maybe do something out in the Midwest or something, do a car show or something once I get it done, get it all put back together or whatever, but it runs good, sounds good. Got to fix a few little things engine-wise, but outside of that, it's pretty much ready to go. I mean, I can take off in it right now if I wanted, but like I said, I just got to finish the outside first, get the potential, see the potential in the vehicle, and then start worrying about the other things in it. But yeah, this is fun. This is a fun project so far. All the panels are a challenge. I like a good challenge. It's definitely a challenge for sure. If you've never done vinyl wrapping, it is definitely a challenge. But it's gonna look nice once I'm done. You know, being at least to say the first car that I vinyl wrap. Just because I do have a background in window tinting, so I mean, it makes the vinyl wrapping a little bit easier to understand and figure out. But, you know, once I get the wrap done, I'm going to do the windows. I'm going to tint the windows in it. I'm going to re-tint the windows. I think the back windshield has got some bubbling popping up in the tint. And I'll fix that. And I'm just going to tint the windows. You'll see what I'll do when I get to that point. But when I tint the windows dark, you'll see it's just for looks, really, you know. But it'll definitely enhance the appearance a lot with the window tint. And then, yeah, we'll see where I get to. But for the meantime, if you're new, make sure to like, follow, and share, or whatever. Yeah, goal of the channel is just build some followers up, and maybe get a couple car shows in. Once I get it fully wrapped, to be able to take it out and drive it a little bit more. Take it out, be able to take it to somewhere. You know, not trying to win any contests or nothing, but maybe from, you know, it looked good. It looks good from 5 feet away, you know, and that's really what matters, you know. So, but anyways, I gotta get off here. I gotta finish up some pieces. I don't know how long it's gonna take me. You know, probably do a couple panels a day. If I'm able, maybe if I can get hardcore at it this weekend and get on it, I could probably get a lot more done. I could just tell from right now, the hood is going to be a big challenge. I'm going to try to get it done in one piece. It's going to be a big challenge for sure, because let's say it's a huge piece, and if you mess up, it's a big piece to mess up on. So you only get so much feet of wrap before you run out, and then you got to buy more, and wrap is not cheap. If you think painting is expensive, look up some cost of wraps right now. It's definitely not cheap. I can tell you, just from this wrap here is not cheap as well. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get off here. If you got any questions down in the comments, I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, just drop them down in the comment section, and I'll definitely try to answer your guys' questions about the car, what you guys might want to see. You know, maybe other times or videos I can do the inside, show you the inside. You know, what I plan on doing on the inside. Still got the fender there to wrap too. Or not the fender, but the spoiler. Still a lot of pieces to do. It's starting to look pretty good, and I'm kind of happy with it. So as long as I'm happy with it, you know, that's all that matters. You know, that's one thing I look at. You can spend so much time being so picky, before I end this video. You could spend so much time being so picky, and you're going to spend a long time thinking about it. Sometimes it's just say, hey, it's good for me, because you can spend a long time working on something and still not be happy about it. But, like, as long as I'm okay with it, I'm happy with it, so. All right. I will chat with you guys later. Make sure to subscribe. And if you guys are down, if you think it'd be cool, maybe you can get some shows or something in, do something with the car, bring the car, do something with it, where you guys can see these cars, because there's not a lot of these cars left. And I mean, I see some of them pop up on Marketplace, but not very many of these cars are out there. I mean, there are, but there's not. I want to say there was, not very many of these made. I'd have to look it up, but I know that there was only maybe 20,000-ish, maybe less than these made. Something I got to look into. But anyways, yeah, make sure to subscribe, and let me finish up this car, and then I'll have another video out soon with the more of it being done. And I would try to get some videos in here too, or more footage of in here with me showing me working on it, but I gotta get me another little tripod thing. So I gotta do what I gotta do right now. But anyways, I'll talk to you later.